Hi everyone. So last week I was listening to the radio, and a lot of the subject matter and things that I heard on the news were really disturbing. I guess I'm a really sensitive person, and I can't listen to the radio too much because a lot of the things on there just disturb me, and I feel them really intensely. So it's hard to function normally. When I feel like I'm bombarded a lot with those things. So, on the other hand, I really do try to stay informed. I think it's important to know what is going on in the world and in your province and stuff like that. So, I have to balance the two. But I guess on this day last week, I guess I didn't really balance it very well, and I got quite overwhelmed that by noon the next day, I had to cry for 2 hours, and I was just in such a state of despair. That it was quite horrible. But the reason I'm making this video is to tell you about what came out of that. Something very beautiful came out of that, which I think is very common. It's very common that something beautiful will come out of something seemingly, horrible. Something beautiful always has to happen, I think. I like to think of it like that. So anyway, I'm just going to go over very briefly the topics that they were talking about on the radio that really brought me to this place of despair. So the first one was Amanda Todd. If you don't know, Amanda Todd was a teen who took her life because of bullying. Another one was radiating the food supply, which I think is so friggin' insane. It shouldn't even be seriously discussed. It's crazy to even think of doing something like that, especially without like long-term tests, and even with that, I just really don't think it's right. Sorry. And after that, I heard on the news that in Fort St. John there was a small earthquake, possibly due to fracking. They said the fracking in the area. And that one really, really got me riled up. And it's funny how they just said it very nonchalantly, like, "Oh, that happened." And I was like, "What the frack? You're fracking crazy! It's fracking insane! If something of that magnitude happens to the Earth because of something like fracking, all fracking should be fracking stopped because it's fracking insane." So that's as much as I'm going to say on that one, because I really could go off. And then later on that night, I watched a documentary on ayahuasca, because ayahuasca is very interesting to me. I'm going to make a short video after about ayahuasca. But anyway, they were talking about the deforestation of the Amazon rainforest, which is the home of ayahuasca. And if that happened, I think ayahuasca is one of the world's greatest teachers, spiritual teachers, and it would be quite a travesty if it disappeared from this planet. And another one was the last one, the one that just put me over the edge, I guess, was in New York City. There's a hotel for babies where you leave your baby in the lobby, and there's wet nurses and whatnot there to take care of your baby for however long you want really, if you have the money. It's like $300-$400 a night, but it's crazy. It's especially in light of the book that I've been reading by Dr. Gabor Mate. He stresses the importance of the mother-infant physical emotional bond that happens in the first year. He actually calls it the second 9-month gestation period, where the brain grows so much, and if that bond is broken or disturbed, it affects the infant in such a dramatic way. It affects how they regulate themselves when they're adults, and when they're when they're growing up, but also, it affects how they're going to be when they're an adult. So anyway, I just thought that was crazy as well. It's just insane. So that got me thinking. How and why? Mostly, how is this possible? How are these things possible? How is it possible for people to treat other people in such a way that they don't think that life is worth living? How is it possible that people can treat our planet, our home, in such a way? How? That was the question, really, that kept going over and over in my mind. And the thing that kept on popping up is disconnection. They're disconnected to themselves, disconnected to the earth, the planet, disconnected to their brothers and sisters of this planet, and disconnected to God or the universe or the cosmos or the source or the vacuum or whatever you want to call it. Disconnected to those four very, very important things. So the good thing that came out of this is I thought, since our society promotes in very many ways and in very lots of intricate ways, I find in our society, it promotes disconnection. I thought, how can I promote connection? Because when you're feeling despair, you feel helpless, not hopeless. My hope is always very, very strong and it's unbreakable. My hope is unbreakable. But the feeling of helplessness overwhelms you when you're in despair. So when I came to this conclusion of disconnection, then I found a purpose, and a way that I can help, because I know what to do. Because when you look at all that as a whole, you're like, holy shit, what can I do? What can I possibly do to help this situation? And so what I found is connection. And I will work in any and as many ways as I can to help connect this world to those four things, to those very, very important things, so our world can heal. Those things, the connection to those things will bring about healing on this planet and in our society and within ourselves and in our relationships and in every part of our life where there's disconnection. So I wrote a list of goals of kind of training and stuff like that I would like to get to further help connect people to these four important things. So the first one is Nassim Haramein's Delegate Program and Emissary Program. If you don't know, Nassim Haramein is a physicist who works with the unified field theory. Now, I'm kind of hazy about if Einstein thought up the unified field theory and Nassim Haramein proved it. I'm not too sure. I'm thinking that's what went on. But anyway, the Delegate Program and the Emissary Program educates people more on how just the physics behind this theory, and this theory has major spiritual implications. That I can go into that in another video, because I don't want to take up too much time. So it's already getting a long video. The second one is the reconnection or reconnective healing. Just this one, actually, the reconnection. It's just perfect. The name is perfect. So it's an energy healing that is designed to reconnect you back to I guess, back to the source, or back to homeostasis, or when you came onto this planet, you were very connected to the source, and so it's to help you reconnect. So I would like to get trained in that. Number 3 is Qigong. I'm always just so flabbergastedly amazed at the effects of Qigong on the mind. Holy cow, I've struggled with anxiety and probably some depression over the last year or so. And Qigong is so amazing with helping that. It clears the mind. It clears the mind, and it makes you feel so peaceful inside, and really helps you to connect to the earth and yourself and your essence inside. So I would like to become a teacher of that eventually. Another one is I would like to go to school, to a college or university, for biology, either biology or environmental technology, or I'll probably be doing biology within environmental technology. I think that there's a lot of things that I could do to help people, maybe even communities, get more connected to the earth. And like there's so much opportunity in that. I even thinking about it just excites me with the possibilities of it. Another one, and the last one, I would really like to be trained to become a counselor, so I can counsel women coming out of abusive relationships, because I was once a woman out of an abusive relationship, and I feel like I've healed in such a beautiful way. I've forgiven and healed in such a beautiful way. I really think that I can help very many other women do the same. Actually, it's kind of interesting. My dog Juno, she was a stray, and I could tell that when she came to us, she was very, very hand shy, especially around males. Like when we would go walking, she would go on the other side of me, try to cower behind me, and whimper when any males would pass. She's gotten over that and stuff, but I could tell she came from an abusive home before, and I feel like over the past year, it's been about a year since she's come to us. Over the past year, because of my own healing, my own spiritual healing, from that kind of situation, I feel like I've helped her heal as well, because we have such a strong bond and love for each other. It's really quite amazing. So I feel like if I can help her, I can help other people to try to heal from that situation, because it's a very intense, intricate, healing process, I believe. But it's so beautiful when somebody does heal from that and sees their own self-worth. It's very important. So I'm gonna leave you with that. But I want to ask you, how will you help this world heal by promoting connection in this world, connection to your essence, connection to each other, connection to the earth, and connection to God, or however you want to call it. So please leave a comment or even make a video. I would love to hear a video, or see a video. I would love to see your face and hear you talk about what you would love to do to help this world heal. Thank you very much, and stay connected. I love you.